Hey everyone, if you've been watching this week, you've seen that we've had some hatchings going on around here. So we're going to take a few minutes and talk to you about some of the snakes that we've had hatch. And we've also had another new clutch laid that we'll talk to you about today.
We got some exciting news coming up, so get ready.
All right, so we're over here at the work table and we're going to show you all of these wonderful babies that have just hatched out this week. So
Here we have Lucy, the mother of this clutch right here. She is a super lesser belle. However, we also found out that she happens to have pinstripe as well. Obviously, because of her all-white pigment, we didn't know that she had pinstripe, but she was bred to a pastel calico. And since pinstripe is a dominant gene, if he would have had pinstripe, it would have shown up. And it didn't show up until these hatchlings came along. So she must be holding the pinstripe gene. And we've got 3 hatchlings that came out having pinstripe.
So, and we'll a little bit later, we're gonna do a couple of episodes where we're gonna talk about how that worked. But this was a completely unexpected thing for us when we started opening, taking out the eggs. And we found pinstripe and we're like, whoa, where did this come from? And then so we, were able to obviously deduce that Lucy was carrying pinstripe and none of us knew it. And this is Kirby. He is a pastel calico and this is the sire for this group. So he's carrying 2 genes, and we know that the pinstripe did not come from him because it would be visible with him. So from him, we've got pastel and we have the gene calico. And so that's showing up in several of these. So why don't you show us one that's just calico or...
All right, so here, this hatchling is what we believe is a lesser calico. All of the hatchlings in this clutch have lesser because the dame was a belle and had to pass on 1 copy of a lesser gene. And then we can tell it has calico due to the severe fading along the stomach area as it goes down the snake.
Oh look, he's going towards his daddy. All right.
All right, so here we have a single gene lesser, which means that Kirby didn't pass on any pastel or calico, and so all we have here is a lesser, and you can tell that by the somewhat lighter pigmentation in the snake. It's not as dark and brown as a normal would be.
And in this particular clutch, there was no possibility of getting a plain normal ball python because of the fact that the mother has 2 copies of the lesser gene, and so she was going to pass on 1 copy to every one of her offspring. So there was no possibility of getting a normal ball python from this.
And here we have the lesser calico, which you just saw, which has lesser, like I just showed you, and then the calico gene. And then, let's see, we have here, we've got pastel lesser calico. And due to the fact that calico fades the belly, and then you have pastel, which also lightens things up, and so does lesser, we've got this severely light pigmented snake with lots of grays and whites. And as he ages, it should be really exciting to see what he turns into. Then we've got a lesser pinstripe, both inherited from the mother. So we have this lighter pigmentation, the pinstriping, but no pastel and no calico. And then here we've got pastel, lesser, and pinstripe. Also no calico. But then when we throw in calico, so we get pastel, lesser, pinstripe, and calico, we have a severely lightened snake, practically no black pigmentation, a white head, and slightly yellow to white belly with a silverish dorsal area.
We're excited to see what this little guy or girl, we haven't sexed them, is going to look like as it ages, once it goes through its first shed. Right now, it's got this beautiful silver color, which wouldn't have happened if Mama hadn't been carrying that mystery gene that we didn't know, the pinstripe that we had no idea that she had. So that would be this clutch. Oops, sorry, baby. So we are, these guys are brand new to the world right now, and so we're going to be letting them do their shed, and in about 10 days or so they should all be ready to go into their own tubs, and about that time we'll see what we can do about trying to feed them, and in about a month or so hopefully some of them will be ready to go on to the market. In looking at these babies, we do want to share that we did have one in this clutch that didn't make it. Unfortunately, there was something that we will never know that prevented it from absorbing nutrients from its yolk sac and its egg, and it never hatched. And so we had to bid farewell to that one this morning. We also had something pretty exciting happen this morning, and that is we came down to find that our normal female, Calypso, had laid her clutch. So we have our second clutch now in the incubator. So let's meet the dame and sire for this clutch.
All right, guys, here's Calypso, our female normal ball python, who gave us 6 beautiful eggs this morning. She's a little thin, as she just deposited a good amount of her weight and energy. But we got her all cleaned off to get the pheromones from pregnancy out, so that hopefully she starts eating again and gets back to being a good, healthy, fit ball python. And then here we have the sire to the clutch, who's a super stripe, which is a yellow belly specter. So all the hatchlings from this next clutch should either have yellow belly or specter in them. And yeah, we're pretty excited about what's to come.
So let's walk back to the incubator and take a look and see what's going on back there. All right, here we are back here at the incubator. So let's take a look inside and see what we have going on. So as you can see, we have 6 nice plump eggs from Calypso, and we will keep these incubating at about 88 degrees and about 98-99% humidity for the next 2 months. And if we look up here on our scoreboard, we can see that we're projecting her hatch date, the hatch date for these, at about September the 4th. So we're, about September the 4th, we'll have another show and talk about those. So there you have it, a look at the clutch. We're going to keep everybody informed about this clutch as they continue to grow, and you guys can look for them on the market in about a month and a half.
Yep, and hopefully by the end of this month we should have our 3rd clutch coming of the season. So stay tuned.
And then shortly thereafter that, hopefully we'll have the 4th clutch sometime in November or December. So like Alex said, just keep watching and hopefully we'll have something you like. Have a good day.